The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories Flash Briefing. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. You can find me on Instagram at Daniel Hill Media, where I try to give you the news, everything you could possibly need to know about this platform. 3 minutes. I wanted to surprise you that time, but I just went with 3 minutes because that's what I do. Today's top story comes from Adam Mosseri's story. Adam Mosseri, just as a reminder, is the head of Instagram, and he announced a couple of interesting things on his story today. The first is what they are referring to as unshipping, which is when they roll back features that have been in the app for a while that no one is interested in using or really aren't relevant with where the app is headed in the future. Today, he announced that they are unshipping the following tab. I'll explain what the following tab is in just 1 second if you haven't used it before. He says, quote, "I wanted to give everyone a heads up that we're removing the following tab today. We're always trying to stay focused and keep things within Instagram simple, and so we celebrate unship moments as well as launches." I think it's a great concept to celebrate the removal of features because whenever they remove a feature, we all get so up in arms about it. Let's talk about what the following tab is really quickly. Back when Instagram was really small and just starting out, it was very hard to find content on the platform that was good, that was things that you were interested in because your friends were interested in them. We always had the tab that was the heart icon at the bottom, and that tab is divided into two options. One is you, which shows all the likes and comments that you're receiving, and the other part of that tab says following. And if you tap on that, you see all the posts that the people who you follow are liking. Now, this is a really interesting thing to do because, number one, it's a great way to find content. You don't know what your friends are looking at, but with this tab, you actually do. But there's a flip downside to that, which is if you're liking content that maybe your friends would not necessarily approve of, maybe someone in your family would not approve of the content that you're liking, now they can see what you're liking as you like it in real time. One of my favorite stories that a friend of mine told me is that one time his mom texted him and he didn't text her back right away because he was busy working. And then she texted him a few minutes later and said, so you're too busy to text me back, but not too busy to be liking pictures on Instagram, I see, which is a hilarious and not intended use of the following tab. We don't really talk about it much anymore because there are so many other ways to find content on the platform, including searching, hashtags, and the relevancy feed from the Explore page. So many other ways to find content these days that it makes sense for the following tab to sort of go by the wayside. Adam Mosseri also posted that starting today, you can use Instagram in dark mode on iOS 13 or Android 10. Turn dark mode on your phone in order to try that. I have Android 9, even though I have a Samsung 10, so unfortunately I don't have access to that dark mode, but if you do, please test it and let me know how it goes. That's it for the news. I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys to do an episode about hashtags and specifically around shadow banning. I personally have never been shadow banned, and although I've read stories about people who have, I don't have a lot of experience in that area. If you don't mind sending me some messages, DMs, if you want to send me a voice memo, that's fine too, with what you've experienced with respect to shadow banning, if it's been going on for a long time, or it happened for a couple of weeks and then went away, whatever, let me know, and we could talk about these experiences and go through some tips and tricks for how to prevent and deal with the shadow ban on the show. Thanks for listening.